Hello, hello, Jhusle here with another video review. Hold on a second. There we go, that's better. So, yeah, here I am with another video review, and we have the Age of the Primes Sideways. And I've been very much looking forward to this figure. The nostalgia is strong with this one. And yeah, I was worried when I first heard this and that it was going to be a Walmart exclusive. But yeah, all my fears have been for naught. Let's get into his box because it is a very nice box here. We have Sideways, we have the artwork, yeah, and we have the logo. Yes. I missed that logo. I've missed you, logo. Yes, so yeah, great box. You don't want to look at the box. You want to look at the figure. All right, so here we go. So yeah, here we have Sideways, and first impressions and final impressions. This figure is outstanding. It's amazing. Like, just look at this guy. It is a near perfect rendition of this figure and how he looked in the Cybertron show. Just so fantastic. Just great paintwork, great sculpting. Yeah, you better believe I'm gonna compare him to his original counterpart. But yeah, just such an amazing looking figure. I just love that head. I love the paint work they did on this. Yeah, this guy just came out fantastic. So yeah, let's get into our articulation here. He's got that in and out movement here. He's got this rotation here. And these back things do flare out if you need them to, or give them kind of a cape. Cape kind of look. You get the head. I believe it's on a ball joint. You can kind of get a little bit other than rotation, but not a whole lot. You got the twist right there. You got the elbow. You got the wrist, very stiff wrist. And this part does come off. This comes off. I'll set that aside a little bit later. It might be easier to show you what all that does. And then he has a waist. Fully waist. You got that. You could use that for something if you wanted. That's a thing you can do. And you got the, I believe you have the full splits. Yeah. Doesn't go more than that because of how that joint is shaped right there. You got the full twist. You got a very nice, very deep knee bend there. And you have your ankle, your full complete ankle tiltage, as much ankle tiltage as you could possibly want. And yeah, this great articulation on this guy. Yeah, let's get into some accessories here for a moment. First, we got his little blades on his shins, sides of his legs here. So yeah, you got these two little blades, his little wings. And there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with these. You can plug them back here. Give him that look, which is pretty neat. You can put them on these little ports right here if you have that other thing off. Give him some knife hands to make Transformers 1 Bumblebee jealous. But his standard configuration is just kind of make him a double-edged sword here, and that looks really cool. And you can get him into some just amazing poses. I mean, just Yeah, that right there, that is phenomenal right there. But wait, there's more. Yes, we got his little arm blade here with some nice paint. And I probably would have rioted if they did not include this. But they have the faction swapping gimmick fully intact. It's just this little switch here on the back. You just flip it. And yeah, that is fantastic. That is smooth. A nice satisfying click. And you still got these little blades that you can flip out. And you have, to top it all off, you got the Cyber Key. I mean, they went all out on this figure. And it is outstanding. It is amazing. I am here for it. It just, wow. Wow. This is a fantastic figure right here. Yeah, so for robot mode, I'm giving him a 3 out of 3. Like, there is no possible way in my brain that they could have done this better. Maybe translucent plastic on some of these little areas, but honestly, I don't even miss it. This is just that good. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get him transformed here. So yeah, it is a little parts for me with these wings, but honestly, that doesn't really bother me all that much. So yeah, we'll get into that. All right, so here he is, transformed, pre-loading all his little doohickeys on, and honestly, this isn't a bad look. I think they could maybe do something with this. Change up the accessories. But yeah, you just... this is really the only potentially annoying part about the transformation is sticking these things on. But honestly, I don't really care all that much. And of course, now that I'm recording, it's fighting me. But yeah, I don't have barely any problems with the transformation. It is a perfect update of, I think I put these on the wrong. Yeah. Perfect update of the original transformation. And when I compare these two figures, I'll show a little more of that. But yeah. All right, and now we have him in his alt mode here, and this is a fantastic alt mode. Yeah, but for that transformation, I'm going to give him a 3 out of 3. Yeah, no complaints. It does what it needs to do. It is still fun. It's a great update. Yeah, definitely a 3 out of 3. And then we get this really sweet looking Cybertronian spacey stealth bomber thing, and I am totally here for it. And it just gives such Batman, Bat vibes to it. I really hope they recolor this into Rat Bat. I think it would be perfect fit. And they've done it with this mold before. I just like how his little head spikes kind of look like mandibles in this mode. And the paint is spot on. There is some differences from the original, and I'll show that off, but yeah, just great paint work, just great molding, a great update. This is so fun. This is so fun to just do all that kind of thing with it. Yeah, this is great, and you can still have this on here if you want. But yeah. What can I say? I just really loving this alt mode. So yeah, again, no complaints here from me at all. Like this is a solid 3 out of 3 alt mode for me. And then overall for fun, I gotta give him a 3. I mean, there's so much you can do with this guy in robot mode. With all his accessories, you can get all sorts of different looks, some great poses, a great alt mode. just so much fun, and I love having another Cybertron Unicron trilogy character. So yeah, that brings him to an astounding 12 out of 12. Yeah, that's right. We'll get to my ranking later, but yeah, this in my mind, is as perfect a figure as you can get. He is definitely worth it. So yeah, if you see him at your Walmart, just go ahead and grab him. Go ahead and grab him. He's definitely worth it. Even if you're not a Cybertron fan, this guy is cool enough that you could find a place for him. Yeah. So yeah, that's all for now. On to the next segment. All right, so here we have Sideways here, and for some quick comparisons, we're gonna bring in some other Legacy / Age of the Primes Cybertron figures. Here we have Vector Prime, and we got Starscream. And just for funsies, here's Armada Starscream. So yeah, these look pretty good together. Alright, and here's some classic Cybertron figures. We got Evac. And just because we got the big old Starscream. The big old King Starscream. Yeah. I mean, I guess that works. But but yeah, so fits in pretty well. And here's the comparison we've all been waiting for. Here we have the original Cybertron Sideways. And yeah, they nailed this figure. At a distance, it's even kind of hard to tell which is which. I mean, there's definitely some subtle differences, but yeah, they really nailed this design. So, as I mentioned before, the new one is missing a few paint ops, namely this green. And as you can see, there's the original has kind of some of these gold, and the other one is missing some of it there. And this one overall has trying to find a good example of it here in the back. See more of that green, but the new one has like a lighter shade of gold, which I actually kind of like a little better, if I'm being perfectly honest. And obviously the new one has none of that translucent plastic that this one has, which makes for good light piping. But I don't know, I do kind of like this head sculpt. I think it captured this. I don't know, I don't really miss the light piping as much as I like it on here. But yeah, they really nailed the design on this figure. And they've, it's more obvious in the vehicle mode, but they've improved on the transformation a bit, definitely. And just a quick look at the cyber keys here. So yeah, again, they, aside from the translucent plastic, they pretty much nailed it. So yeah, very, very worthy update. Especially if you do not have the privilege of owning this guy. This guy is very much a very good substitute. Alright, you could just have both, because he does illusions and stuff, you know? Anyway, moving on. Alright, here we have alt mode comparison here. And as you can see, this guy is a little bit smaller, but definitely captures that that look of the original. I find it interesting. There's some ways that this one looks sleeker, and there's some ways that this one looks sleeker. Just kind of like how the weapon kind of stores up there. is kind of different, and then the proportions of the front is also different. And again, you can see the differences in the paintwork as well, missing a lot of green. But I think the biggest difference here is, if I drop it, is that the new Sideways, since it does the parts forming, it misses out on these little struts here and ends up making it overall a cleaner looking side profile. So yeah, definitely a worthy update. Definitely takes the spirit of the original. It doesn't completely carbon copy it. It's pretty close, and I kind of love him for that. So yeah, there's that. All right, here we are at my podium of winners, and here's how things have stood for a while. But we have a new contender here, Mr. Sideways, and I gave him a 12 out of 12. So guess what? We have a new champion. There we go. And Mr. Air Raid is out to face the consequence later. And yeah, everyone else gets bumped down. No. Oh, she comes over here. Let me go. All right, so that's how it stands as of now. It looks like hashtag is hashtag next on the chopping block. And yeah, Red Alert has finally been dethroned. And yeah, Sideways is great. Deserves to be number one. But yeah, we'll see if he can be dethroned by my next challenger here.